Good afternoon, it's Friday again, and welcome to this Friday News Flash with Lars Brasler. Right off the bat, June 2025, 3 attacks so far, no murders, and the figure for May has not been finalized. Some people have got 15 attacks and 3 murders. I've got 13 and 3 murders, and hopefully the monthly video will come out over the weekend. The preparation for that's already been done. Just the final cases that needs to be scraped together and added if there's and balance all the statistics between all the team members, and then we can let it roll. There's 2 cases that received guilty verdict this week. The one was the case of Nicky Jansen van Rensburg, who was murdered on his farm in the Rutan district on 7th October 2022. The 3 accused were found guilty of robbery with aggravating circumstances, murder, robbery with the intent to cause grievous bodily harm, possession of illegal firearms and illegal ammunition, and also conspiracy. Then the second case was that of the farmer in the Eastern Cape who was attacked and tortured in February 2024. Now, Marula Media says it was this year, 2025, but it was last year. And they were also found guilty on all accounts, including guilty to the charge of culpable homicide when they got into a fatal accident getting away. In News Just In, we reported on the case of Hendrik Venter in the Kuruman district that was scrapped off the roll last week. And with the news what just came to us is that the state prosecutor was requested to continue the case. The investigation must go ahead, the voids in the investigation must be addressed, and the case must continue. We had 2 attempted land grabs, for lack of a better word or better description, or a more complete description, in the past week. The one was in the Limpopo province in the area of Minnock, where the neighbor previously said to the farmer that he must hand over the land. When he was out one day, we came back and his whole farm and his farmhouse were reduced to ashes. The second one was in Dahlstrom, and there's a whole story behind that, and it was about a funeral that was supposed to be conducted this weekend, and they said that if he's not going to hand over the land to them, that was the original story, that they were going to burn down the farm. I spoke to the regional manager for Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal for Transvaal Agricultural Union. He also set out on social media certain advice that must be followed. He said to contact the nearest police station and speak to nobody else but the station commander. Explain the situation and make sure that all this information is entered into the incident book. We must make sure that the stuff like these are documented, otherwise it's not going to give us a foot to stand on in the future. The second one is that if you owner may refuse activity on the land, and the claimant may approach the land claims court and take it from there. If the threats continue, and in the intimidation case should be registered immediately. His personal opinion is also that the whole world has now been informed of what's going on in South Africa, and we should follow the advice that was given to us and take it from there and make sure that we do these things in a legal way. Now, if you know what it looks like at Dahlstrom, it's rolling hills, brilliant, absolutely breathtakingly beautiful land with hills and swinging grass, waving grasslands, an abundance of fresh water, and also, of course, for the fishermen out there, an abundance of trout. Now, there's also the attraction of the town of Dahlstrom, where there's a festival this weekend, and a lot of people would just drive down for the day, because this town is very popular. They would drive down there, have lunch, and then return back to Johannesburg. It happens. Now, the owner of this land in question decided out of the blue that he is going to sell his land. There's a neighbor stepped up and said, I'll buy the land from you. Now, I don't know if there was an offer previously that was perhaps denied. We don't know the history. But now, a farm that has been in a family for 300 years is now out of the hands of that family. And this new owner with his guest house, and he wants to expand, gets this new land, and he's already got plans to drop the fences and let the game run free in that area, and it creates a dilemma, like I say. And I've explained in this week to somebody, it works just about the same way when a farmer was murdered. The farm goes into the estate. The farm is valued for 35 million. The children don't want to come back to the farm to continue their agricultural activities. They've got good, well-paying jobs in the city. So up steps a potential buyer, but for 30 million. He's already got a pre-approved loan from the land bank. So dealer signed everything. He takes his land. 2 weeks later, the land has already been registered in his name. Now, there's a syndicate that works with these things, and Marula Media reported about that, I think, beginning of last year or maybe in 2023, when they had similar activities in the Karoo. Not exactly the same, but similar activities. Now, what happens to that land? It's now in the possession of a new owner who paid 30 million for that for that land, but the land value is actually 35 million. 6 months down the line, and you can say to me this is our hypothesis, but the possibility, the probability is there. Think about what I'm saying to you. Is that 6 months down the line, the land changes ownership again, and it becomes part of a bigger consortium. All these things are arranged. They put pressure on the farmer don't want to sell, they murder him, or he decides eventually to sell, and the farm starts moving hands. That's the predicament that we sit, is that there's land that has been in families for generations, 3, 4, 5 generations, and now suddenly that land is lost. And in the end, it comes down to a single thing. It's about food security. Think about what I'm saying to you. The opportunity that we set up for June the 7th, that was last Saturday, with Dean Chauncey coming to record his new piece at the Witkrus Monument, unfortunately did not go that well. We're getting opportunities here to get our story out, but we simply neglect chances like that. There was only one family that actually attended the event, and what happened from there, I'm not sure, but we really expected a lot of people to come in. There was a lot of people that made commitment, but unfortunately nothing happened that is of any value to brag about. After a warrant for arrest is made out in the name of Julian Malherbe, his son's gone into hiding, so if you see this person anywhere, please contact your nearest police station. I could not help it. I was there to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of humor. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be warm. If you're in South Africa, there's another cold spell coming next week. Enjoy your weekend. God bless. This newsflash was a production by Eysterberg, Safety, Statistics and Information.